my screen. And then Epic Pen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yep, I can.
Okay, cool.
Right.
So I didn't look at this in advance, so I'm just gonna open it now.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of wave thing issues. That's my first guess.
Okay, so we leash, and from the looks of it, their bot also leashes. So what is their team?
I
I notice you have
pressed tab a
minimap on
lot.
left. Okay, yeah, here we go. They have Soraka, Nami, Malphite, Kayn, Cassio. And then you have Assassin, two like bruiser-ish champions.
Yeah,
Both
looking
running
back on
alpha.
it, I probably should have gone AP, but it's fine.
It doesn't matter that much. I'm just thinking, like, how would I, just like, I don't really think like in advance, like this is how the game should be played, but I'm thinking like, this guy is annoying because I have to be mindful of his ultimate, and then I have to be mindful of Cassio ultimate. If I get hit by Malphite ult, or if I get hit by this guy's, like I can get Kai ulted.
Because I remember this game pretty well. The most of the things that like pushed me to go AP were that it's easier to build an Oblivion Orb than it is to build an Executioner. Like it's easier to fit
Oh
into the
god, no,
build.
I don't think AP builds Oblivion Orb. I don't think it's ADC's job to build it all. You tell your support, hey, build the Chemtech Putrefire. Hey, someone else build
usually
it.
it doesn't work out that well.
Volibear should build Thornmail. That's how it should go. But yeah, sometimes
It's a
they just
different roll
autopilot.
down here.
Okay, so first thing I want to think of when I get to lane is what do I want to do with the very first wave? Do I have a chance to win the push to get the 2? Do I have like really strong like all-in pressure of 1? Even if I do, is my support actually going to use that? Probably not. You can rarely ever count on sports to know what their champ does. So when you're playing Twitch, you don't really have much wave clear compared to other champs, unless you get to lane first. Like if you don't have to leash and they do, then obviously you should always get level 2 first because you got the lane first and you have a huge advantage in that regard. But you got to lane same time. Yeah, what?
The sooner we apply for Geo, the better.
Oh, I'm busy right now.
We can do it today.
All right, I'll be with you in an hour or so. It's 4:40. Yeah, 5:40. Okay. Yeah, so I'd probably just last hit here because I don't even think like.
Yeah, I usually don't level an ability until like
until you need it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like if you think you can contest the level 1, level 2, like you could throw your W on the wave and like make sure you hit one of them at the same time, or sometimes like some people do Q start so they can get the attack speed. I don't really like that.
Yeah.
W start used to be really nice because lethal.
I take W start if I like get hit by something early, so I need to proc like Taste of Blood or something. That's how I usually think.
Here, I think it's just better to. Wait, did she use her Q on the first 3 minions?
Nope, I didn't use anything.
She did.
She did, yeah.
She's not even hitting the wave, so like honestly, like about now I'd say okay, well the way they're playing, they're kind of allowing me to just hit the minions, so I'd probably just throw my W on them and just push. Yeah, just free hit because they're not even hitting the wave. Really weird.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of weird stuff here.
Somehow,
Probably. To
like,
you.
both mid laners coin flip the level 1. Okay, so it's like right now I'm already like kind of like what they hit level 2 and then Kaisa clicks this way. Like she's not even counting her minions. So you saw like the core JJ video where it's like you want to always play like at the edge of your
Towards-
opponent's range, and then you take a fight when you think you have like an actual advantage.
Yeah, in the video, if I remember correctly, it said that I always wanna like be closer to the AD as a support, so that the trade goes like my
Yeah,
way.
yeah. So it's like a
But yeah.
triangle, and if the triangle is awkward, then you have like a good advantage. But it's like I'm just looking at this right now. It's like if I were Kaisa, like you didn't hit the minions very much, so she has like a minion advantage because like she's got you. You have 2
Yeah,
entire minions you have to kill.
Yeah, I go into the bad habit of just last hitting the first few levels, not pushing very much.
And like both
So the
supports,
opponent usually gets
like
level 2.
this is also like typical enchanter. Like both supports are behind the AD carries. Both supports should be like at least on parallel line with the AD carries. I would think like based off how like if I'm Soraka and I see Nami playing like this, then I would walk up and hit you because it's like it's right now it's 2v1. The triangle is really good, but both supports are doing this. This doesn't make sense.
It's gold, UNE. Not a lot of supports think, or anyone, as a matter of fact. Me included, of course. I try to.
But as soon as like she knows that she's about to hit 2, like you should be looking at your XP counter and you should know like offhand just how many minions it takes to hit level 2.
Yeah, I'm 2 minions away right now, right?
Yeah, you're 2 minions away. So it's like as soon as you know like she hits 2 first, you should be spacing away because you know that she has the advantage. And because she has the advantage, like you lose the fight. And for some reason they just run away themselves, so like you don't get punished for making a mistake here. But it's like a lot of laning, it's like not only is it like there's a lot of should be's. Like when I first look at the lane, I'm thinking, okay, Kaisa, Soraka, they have way better wave clear than Twitch, Nami. So when you get to lane, you should instantly think like I'm
Yeah, I'm gonna be pushed in.
yeah. So you shouldn't you should like play to absorb the disadvantage and like mitigate the disadvantage and like be safe. But as soon as I got to lane, I'm like, oh, they're not even pushing. They're just like chilling, running around. So I'm like, okay, well they're making mistakes. Maybe you can punish and actually get the level 2. And then it's like you didn't do that. So then when you didn't do that, like now they hit level 2 and you need to back off. And you didn't do that, but they also just let you just. They didn't even punish you. Like Kaisa is just chilling.
Yeah, Kaisa is far back.
Okay, so now you're level 2, and here's something that people don't really punish. Like right now, when these minions meet, like it's gonna meet like right here. You have like a really, really short window where you're stronger than them because you have more minions. It's like you have to wait for them. You don't want to tank these. You don't want to tank these. You want the minions to meet like right here, not back down here. So if the minions meet up here and they're still playing up, then you could actually take a fight in that moment if they don't wait out there for their minions to come. So you can still look for a trade, I guess. Does Soraka have E? Well, she missed her Q. So if you watch CoreJ's video, lane phase comes down to like a lot of advantages come down to number of minions, HP mana bars, and cooldowns, like ignoring jungle presence. Like right now, jungle presence isn't even a factor because they're both fighting topside. So right now, minions are on your side because their wave hasn't caught up yet. They have no cooldowns because Soraka just wasted her Q. And HP bars and mana bars are, they're equal. So if you were to take a trade right now onto the Soraka, hopefully Nami sees that and she like moves towards you or something. But if you take a trade on the Soraka, she has no Q. You would just win.
I think it's either going to be now or at the next wave, but we do trade soon, I think.
Yes, but this is like the thought process that goes behind trading. So I'm gonna see what actually happens. Okay, so in this moment, you click the minion. Oh wait, not this is actually too far ahead. We're too far back. So I'm just gonna right here, like you see Soraka, she's you can tell what direction her mouse cursor is just based off where her champion's facing. So she's facing this way. So that means her cursor was last seen probably in this like general line. Kai'Sa is moving down here. So at the very worst, even if your support just turns off brain and ignores you, it's a 1v1 versus Soraka with no Q. So you could take like, I don't know, a couple, like half her HP bar, and the rest of the lane is gonna, like, she's fucked for the rest of the lane.
Yeah.
But it's like,
don't they win the trade if both Kai'Sa and Nami walk up and Kai'Sa starts attacking me? So she has her Q.
Like you're saying if Kai'Sa is right here? No, because
I'm saying if I start attacking Soraka and Kai'Sa walks up, and Nami walks up with her, don't we still lose the trade?
No, because you have 3 caster minions here and a siege minion, and I don't really know what the melees are gonna do. Maybe they do something, but they don't. It's kind of RNG. They have 1 or 2 caster minions here, and the other caster minions are all the way back here. In early levels, like levels 1 to 3, 3 caster minions are as strong as your AD carry. So like just off the get-go, like you have very big advantage in minions. And the other thing is Kai'Sa Q and W, the way those abilities work is Kai'Sa Q gets spread out when there are more targets. So if you're inside a huge minion wave, Kai'Sa Q does literally nothing. You have like a little trinkle. And she can't land her W here because there's no angle for her. So like Kai'Sa also doesn't get any benefit from like her support having a CC because Soraka doesn't have any CC. So there's like a lot of things going on that's like, if they were to fight you like right here, assuming your support has hands and just joins the fight and doesn't just sit there, you never know with these enchanter players. Sometimes that happens, and like if it did, it wouldn't really be your fault. But you would win this trade so hard because Soraka wasted her most important ability, her Q. Her Q not only does damage, but it heals her.
Yeah, I know.
And if she has her W up and she uses her Q and she lands it, then her W gets refunded. That's the whole important aspect of Soraka. It's a very high risk, high reward kind of champion. But if you miss your Q and you're low, you're so fucked. It's like so hard to play the game once you get low. Because it's so much risk to get like, you could get all in the next time you go for a Q. And the Q has a long cooldown. It's like 6 seconds. It's your poke ability and your sustainability. Since your W without landing Q costs health to give. So without health, Q and HP, she's just useless. So it's like here's like a huge missed opportunity because their triangle was broken. So like you could like list the number of advantages in your head. Number 1 is like minions. Number 2 is like cooldowns. This is not in any particular order, but like you had minions, you had cooldowns, you had resources and were neutral. You had equal HP, equal mana, and the triangle, the biggest one, like Kai'Sa was all the way back here, and it's like Soraka was all the way up here. It's like so. Core JJ says, don't fight unless you have an advantage. And in this situation, you had like 3 different advantages. That would mean you should win the trade. I also look at the game like another light. Like a lot of people look at the game and they think to themselves, like, can I do this? But I don't necessarily think that's like the best way to look at it. I think the best way to look at it is instead, what's stopping me from doing this? So in this that example earlier, like from where Soraka like overstepped, like you could think like, hey, what's stopping me from like actually taking the trade onto her? And there really wasn't anything. So in that case, like you could just take the fight. And a lot of times it's like, if you can't, like, you may not identify any benefits, but if you don't identify any cons, players in all the other ranges have their own like set way to play the game, and if you play the game your way, then they like the way you want to play, then a lot of times they'll just give you free stuff. That kind of fades away as you get higher and more. But especially in this Elo, it's like if you're just sometimes like do stupid stuff and just walk up to them and trade them, how many times will it work? And it's like not until you test like the waters that you can actually like determine like I shouldn't do that. Like, or that's why I can't do that. So it's hard to like think of like what you should do like real time.
Yeah. It is.
But holy shit, this Soraka is like such a griefer. So yeah, like here, like your support is in Narnia. But I mean, honestly, like so is their Idikiri, and Soraka's like walking up through here.
Yeah, Soraka wants to auto me.
And I feel like even if she lands the Q, you could get a pretty big chunk out of Soraka. And if you get a chunk out of Soraka, then it's honestly worth, because you just heal back the damage. As long as you do more damage to her. But you would need W to do that. What a random Nami E. Or Nami W, or is it? No, it's E. Okay, so it's about 3 minutes and 1 second, so jungler should be probably about on one of his camps, top side. I don't really know what their jungle path is. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, hugging the wall makes it harder to dodge. It's also kind of... Yeah, so this is where they have the perfect triangle. And your support is all the way back here. And like they have many ways. It's just like look at the minions, look at where your support is, and the cooldowns. That's just like what it'll be like the easiest way to like think about when should I trade. So you have like lower resources, so it's like trading. You ever heard of like trading down in chess?
I know. I play chess.
Yeah, so trading down when you're below in pieces is bad, and it's like the same idea when you're lower.
Pieces. Yeah. Yeah. So this was a bad trade. Yeah, I see that. But I'm also kinda in the mentality sometimes of like I can take bad trades because I have more pots. So it's like in the long run, it might be worth it. I guess that's kind of a bad way to think. But...
honestly, sometimes like I like back when Kog'Maw was, the way I used to play Kog'Maw was that I would go boots for pots, boots for like the spacing, and because you have built-in damage W, and then I would just take a huge, really big level 1 trade. Like even if I lost the trade by a little bit, like the 4 pots would mean like I'd already be ready to fight before them, and I'd take another trade. It was like kind of like retarded playstyle.
Yeah, that's how I played Yasuo back when Static Shiv Infinity Edge was the thing.
But it's like if you're just taking bad trades, where like you don't even get anything out of it, then you're just using up your gold on these pots without like leveraging an advantage. Because like the goal is like to leverage into a good trade, the next trade. So I'm thinking like right now, I'm stuck in this lane. I'm getting shoved into my tower. And the jungler is going to be like bot side after he finishes this gank top. So where do I want the wave to be? So when a lot of like people say that League of Legends is a turn-based game, because in a lot of things like the ball comes back to your side after a certain point. So after like they crash the wave and it resets, then it should be, unless they reset, it should be your turn. Provided, like, I guess you did use up all your pots, but like You got all your, you lost all your HP here, but like you do have pots and you do have a Nami. So when the wave like fully like finally crashes on about this timer, like this is where you would be able to get the wave back in, and like if they try to fight you for it, then it should be in your favor. So when this wave like gets killed off by the tower, the wave is going to start to slow push back towards them, because if the wave meets like on the, any if like the wave meets like this is like the halfway line, right? If the wave meets like here, then it's going to slow push that way, and vice versa. If it meets on their side, then it's going to begin a slow push like towards you. So right now, like you're going to have the slow push toward them, which means they're going to have minion advantage, which means it's your turn. So if they fight you, unless you have some disadvantage, like Nami not having any mana bar, then you should be able to leverage like the minion advantage into a crash, into like going away. This, do you know of like what LS used to call a cheater recall?
It's when the opponent doesn't have a chance to recall because the wave is shit, so you can recall and like not lose any minions.
Yeah. When you like on the third wave, or sometimes the fourth wave, but usually the third wave, like you crash the cannon wave and then you just recall. The reason why the Koreans called that like a cheater recall is because you are just directly skipping the phase of the game where the enemy team has the minion advantage, or where you have like, let's say like they cheater recalled here instead of like sitting under the tower just trying to harass you for no reason. Like this way, like they crashed this wave and they just recalled like a huge crash. Then by the time like you push it back, they have an extra item advantage, so you're not able to actually leverage your like higher minion count into doing anything. So it's like they kind of skipped your turn and cheated. That's why they call it cheater recall.
I thought it had something to do with like saving your TP.
Yeah, if you're a mid laner or a top laner.
Yeah.
So like it feels really bad that like Nami doesn't have any mana anymore, because we took these like really weird trades where they had the advantage. And now we can't like contest this wave because we're lower, and or Nami has no mana. It's like you're higher HP, sure, but Nami has no mana. Also, like Nami's back here recalling. I think you like Kaisa just took all your HP there.
Yeah. Soraka did, not even Kaisa. Yeah, the support is straight up.
Oh my gosh, she's just straight up inting. Like she just walks in the tower. If you throw Ignite on her, she dies.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was in tower range until I saw. But yeah, Kaisa used heal, so she wouldn't die. But
she would die. She's like 100% dead if she just Ignite right here. Like when she walks up to this tower.
Even through the Kaisa heal?
Yeah, you have 6 stack. She takes tower shot. Ignite, like 60% healing reduction. And then it's like, look how low she gets. She got... Oh, yeah, I don't... Let's look at it through here. She didn't heal yet, but this is 100 HP, I think. Or it's actually less than 100 HP. It's like 90 HP.
Less.
I think this is 90 HP, because like each one of these lines is 100, I think. But it's like, that's like 2 autos. And then she heals, and then she's like higher, but 6% heal, I think that's a kill. Like, she wasn't even spaced like for Kaisa to heal either. Oh my god. Ugh. When you're up against like these skill shot champs, don't stand in here, because this is like skill shot alley. You're too close to walls, so it's easy to hit you. And then also like try to stand away from the wall so you have like room to pivot, because like here it's like, what direction are you going to dodge? You only have like one way to dodge, so all she has to do is like cover that one area. Whereas like if you're standing like right here, you can move in a lot of different directions. Also, like if you're too close to Soraka, a lot of the time, like if she centers her Q directly on top of you, it's impossible to dodge it. So you have to like play a little bit more distance.
Yeah, it's same with Xerath W. Man, I'm just waiting for my Nami to come back here with full mana.
Where is their jungler again? Oh, their jungler still top. Holy shit! Like it's 4
Ours
minutes
is
and
going
13
top.
seconds in the game, and he's still topside. Like, what did he do for the entire minute?
Jax is going top as well.
Like,
So
actually,
I think he ganked top, then mid, then went back.
so he went ganked top, got nothing for it. Ganked top again, and it's a 1-for-1. I guess that's okay. And he's still top. Like, what is he doing? Is he trying to kill Volley? Oh, he dies. So it's like he spent all that time up there. He probably full clear. It's 4-13. He probably full cleared all 6 camps, and then went for the scuttle. It's like, what? That's just so stupid. And he tried to force the game. Like, he's trying to do too much. Okay, but now you know, like, he's gonna have home guards because he died, so it's gonna take him like 20 seconds to run from here to here. So this is really awkward because
Bot's Cuddle is alive as well. So yeah, I should have known this because I actually die to him soon, I think.
that's better.
I don't know if it's now.
Yeah, but it's like because of the way like you played the first 3 levels, you're in a lose-lose situation because you know Jax is going to be up here clearing his topside camps. Maybe he pads down to clear his like bot side, but it's not going to be like, that's going to be too late because their jungler is bot side right now. So your lane is going to, like, once after they crash this wave, your lane is going to slow push out into them. So if you push the wave like as hard as you can right now while it's slow pushing back out, you're playing onto the jungler's timer, right? Because the jungler is going to be like right here as soon as like the wave gets to be about right here. If you after the wave crash, you push right away. So I think the best thing to do here is to like actually be as slow as possible, because maybe the jungler is not patient, and if the wave isn't like over here, the jungler is like, okay, he's gonna go to his red in 20 seconds. He's gonna like clear. Maybe not his red because he did that first clear, but he's gonna go to his Krugs. He's gonna pad up to his Raptors, or maybe he starts with like I don't even know what the jungler wants to do. I would say like probably goes here or maybe here first, and then like loops around, looks on this, and then comes back here. But that seems like what maybe Gold would do. But regardless, it's like once he clears his Raptors and his top camps are respawning, he's just gonna look to clear his camps. So then if you do it like slow enough, I think you could like any jungler wouldn't look at this wave and think, okay, I can do anything about it. But the reason why it's lose-lose is because it's what's going to result in the future is the enemy bot lane is has an opportunity to just freeze the wave on their side. Yeah, you don't want to trade. You don't want to trade at all, because all these minions here.
Yeah, plus our minions aren't here yet, so Kai'Sa Q is gonna hit fully.
HP bar, Kai'Sa, like your minions aren't here. So throwing W isn't terrible, I guess. It does. Do you have presence of mind? What are your runes?
I go.
Oh yeah, you do have presence
of mind, alacrity, and cut down, usually. And secondary taste of blood and ultimate hunter.
I think throwing W isn't terrible. It will proc your taste of blood. It will proc presence of mind, so you do get like a partial refund. And then like if Kai'Sa doesn't walk up, then maybe you could walk up to Soraka and punish 2v1. But like she's probably gonna walk up, so by now you know she's here. So you just don't trade. Just throw the W. So how much mana does she have? She's already half. It's like, don't want to trade down. Now that you're super low, the enemy jungler is probably thinking even more, oh shit, like we could actually dive now. So yeah,
you're in for a treat.
Yeah, so first thing I would do is gosh, I took a horrible trade. I'm super low and they're gonna stack a wave. Like they just wait for the next wave to arrive and then they crash. So you just ward here, this brush right there, and then if they show, then you have to give the wave a recall, and you just it is what it is. The good news though is that it's true. You are currently the weak side of the map. Your jungler is top side, their jungler is bot side. But when you are the weak side, your job is to preserve your HP bar and to hope that the strong side like gets an equivalent advantage for what they get. Sometimes like the enemy jungler will just straight up deny you way more than what your jungler will deny yours. Like that's sometimes it's just you get shit luck. Like your teammates are garbage.
Jax is focusing a lot on top.
Yeah. So right now we're lucky. Like holy shit, my jungler getting top and they got a kill and they deny a bunch of waves. So like they got a huge advantage. So like if you do your job correctly and do the best that you can with the like scenario that you're given, hey, I'm weak side. Like I don't have my jungler with me. Their jungler's here. Like you just give up resources and hope that they get something in return. Oh, they got something in return. So like if you do literally nothing and just back up, work on to your tier 2 tower, when they dive, then like you won the map basically. So just drop a ward here, and then if he comes, then you back up. If he doesn't come, then their jungler is a retard. That's just like he's just being stupid. And you get to like farm under your tower with Nami heal and like preserve your HP. So okay, here's another concept called weak side, strong side. So like I said, like I didn't make any note of this because both junglers started bot side, right? But let's say hypothetically, your jungler makes you leash here, and their jungler makes their top laner leash here. What changes? What do you think changes in the bot lane? Like how are you supposed to like play trades now?
I'm supposed to play safer later because their jungler is going to be pathing bot to clear their camps, so they're closer.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you trade with them and you get an equal or even like maybe you even win the trade, like but if you're low by the time their jungler is if you're low by the time their jungler is bot side, then like it doesn't matter because like their jungler is just going to execute you.
Yeah, we also have like top scuttle isn't there and bot hasn't been cleared yet, so you know that as soon as Jax is showing top, Kayn is gonna go on to come bot, like as close as he can.
Yeah. Both junglers star bot side, top side, then it depends on who wins the 3v3. Sometimes like it just entirely depends on the champions. The opposite idea applies. Like let's say like you don't have to leash and they do. So what do you like? How do trades change?
So I can take more trades because my jungler is gonna be pathing bot.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can win.
So it's not even that you can. It's that it's your job to, because you're the strong side. And like if you were the weak side, then it's your job to like preserve your HP.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun listening to like what should happen and then knowing what's gonna happen, because that's not at all what happens.
Yeah. So you could get dove here. I mean, it's like I'm like I have no idea what goes on in like the Gold Kane's brain. So it's like I'm thinking you could get dove here, but it's also possible that he just clears his camps and then goes to path up.
He definitely wants to come. It's just that something fun happens before that, because I'm trying to force. Well, I tried to when I typed that Kaisa has no heal. I was like, we have the summoner advantage. We could definitely win if we play it right. And the Soraka keeps playing like as she does.
Yeah, I mean their jungler is already late for the dive, so it's like this is really awkward.
Yeah, so here's when we can kill Soraka.
If the jungler comes, it's because he saw like what happened there.
I almost lived.
Now, is taking that fight worth? I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I'd say,
Because Kaisa, yeah, Soraka died, but Kaisa gets solo XP and minions.
yeah, and he crushes the wave and you lose XP, but he doesn't do it fast enough for you to lose too much. Is this cannon wave? I think it is.
Should be.
Where are you looking top?
Just on the way to lane. I'm just looking around. And
Yeah,
also because there was
I
a lot
always
of
I was want to like look at like how much do I lose here? You don't lose much of anything because this is cannon wave. So this is really weird. It's like in my head normally. I mean, I guess you do lose this wave. Not really. You get the XP for it. Yeah, you don't actually lose that much. So I'd say that like you took the jungler down here. So and jungler has Conqueror, so I think he's going red form. So him hitting you doesn't really accelerate his red form that much. He wants with the melee champs.
Yeah,
So it's not even that bad, really.
He went he ganked volley a lot and fought with Zed, so he's definitely going red.
Yeah, but it's like when should the jungler have been ready to dive? Probably about like here, I think. Or here, even. It's like where is he? I know it's like when did he die? So yeah, he's top now. So it takes him like 30 seconds to get from.
He died here.
So okay, yeah, that's why. So he probably beelined here then. So it takes like 30 seconds for him to get from fountain to tower with home guards. So 5 minutes is when he should be here. We should be here on the next wave if he's like padding right here. Okay, this is where I'm thinking. Where is Kane? He's probably doing camp. Probably doing Gromp. Yeah. I guess that works out.
I don't know if I tried to kill the Kaisa when I come back because she stayed. After Kane killed me.
Could Kaisa have killed you here? You can't flash because you're silenced, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I walked out of the silence as soon as I could, but...
Yeah, like right here is probably like, yeah, Kane could be here. I would just like run straight to tier 2.
Yeah, I thought I could just recall here.
He probably kills you anyway, though, honestly.
Yeah, it's Kane.
Okay, so we get back to lane, and we're still pushing toward them. Took a little bit of an CS XP loss, but we got something topside. I bet Volley's like, does Volley die here? Even though like the Zed ping the Mia, and we see him walk on vision. Yes, he does. Okay, that's whatever. Where Tsunami's here now, so then jungler should be. Jungler could be fucking anywhere. I don't know where the jungler is because this game was so unorthodox. I see the red buff spawning, so I think jungler's bot side. So I would just play it safe, crash the wave, have the wave slow push back to me. Maybe look to freeze on my side until jungler is like down or closer to me, because I think jungler could be on red like right now. Oh nope, he spotted top. Interesting. I don't know what his clear is then, because he's top while his red just respawned. Okay. Also, like here's something that's like you want to avoid. You don't want this to happen, where all the caster minions, these 4 casters, are outside the turret range, because turret range goes to like right here, right? Actually, it's like 5 caster minions. So then what happens is the wave, like it freezes right here, because these caster minions aren't being killed. Meanwhile, the tower kills like all the melees, so like it just ends up being locked right here. You don't want this to happen. So to do that, you have to actually be cognizant of the wave. And the easiest way to do this, there are like 2 ways you'll do it. One, like method 1 is they memorize the timers that wave spawn and meet. I don't do that because it's like, but if you want to do that, like wave spawn every 30 seconds. That's like what, and they meet like I think they meet like 30 seconds too. It's like 6:30, like the next wave will meet at like the midpoint if they were there, or maybe it's like I don't actually know, but it's like the other way. Should I do?
That's why I think that's why I started attacking the minions, so I can like push the wave in while Kaisa isn't there, so I can try to crash it so it doesn't freeze.
Yeah. The other way is you look at your wave, and you know that if your wave is right here, their wave is right here. So you need to get this wave in really fast before the wave meets in the awkward spot and freezes for them. So like you took a long time to kill this wave, and you're kind of like letting Soraka, if she wants to, she could pull the wave. So right about here, you see the wave spawn, and it's like as soon as it hits like
So
right
this
here,
one I should push.
yeah, like just crash it right now. Like make sure you would want the wave to like be in before this point, but or at this like getting a crash before it gets to here. So that's just side note. Don't word like this. Just don't. This kind of ward only shows Dragon Pit. So like look at the map. You don't see anything besides Dragon. If you want to ward Dragon, just drop a ward right here. You'll see Dragon, and you'll see most of River. What were you originally doing? It looks like right now, like, okay, is he warding Try? Clearing, like, you got Prio, so you're going to clear with Prio. You can get an action, and usually the action is, if you don't have vision, it's you get vision. If you do have vision, then you can look to make a play or force an objective. So I'm like, okay, you got Prio, so you're getting vision. You're clearing the, you're putting wards down. Maybe clearing pink. Okay. But now you don't have Prio anymore. And you also don't really know where, I mean, I guess Kane was spotted earlier. He's top at 717. But this is, what was this?
Before.
This is 742. So in 40 seconds, or well, no, it's not 40 seconds. Like in 30 seconds, he could traverse the whole map because he's Kane. So lingering too long, probably not the best idea. Also, you have to keep in mind like how their champions play. Like when I look at this, and I instinctively think like, there are no minions here. Kaisa's a lot stronger than she normally is, but also you have 6, so you could actually just win. What items does she have? So something that I've noticed is like when I right click someone, like usually in the top left hand corner of the screen, like I see their items, right?
Yeah.
But I don't
click. I don't left click on them.
No, like I right click and it shows their items, but it's like the info tab is gone. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, the info tab only shows up if I left click on someone.
No, it shows up if you right click on something too. Like it'll even show on minions. Like you right click on minion, it'll show like in the top left hand corner of the screen, hey, this is a minion's HP bar.
Maybe because I A clicked.
I don't know. Maybe that's like an old setting that I just have.
Could be, but yeah, this is what you said about killing them.
Okay, so you have equal items.
Yeah, more or less. But I know I have 6, and I know I can kill the Soraka, so I do.
Yeah. What is going on here?
I waited for my exhaust to wear off so I can eat.
Yeah. I'm just like, how does this happen? Also, like Soraka she just casually just walks up. It's like,
They do.
I know she walks up now. Looks like it's like, yeah, level 6. This is good, useful 6, I guess. But I don't know why isn't Kaisa like hit back when you like one time maybe, even if it's just auto. Okay, there she goes. But could she not have like could she not have like done that earlier? Because now you're exhausted. I mean, I don't think she can kill you, but I don't know. Feels really weird. Good play by you, but using 6 when they're 5 and they're disrespecting.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm good at. If there's one thing I'm really good at in lane, it's noticing when we can kill and when not. But that just comes from me playing a lot of Twitch. So it's like I'm slowly getting used to like which matchups I win and when. So that's something good at least. Although I do think I die here, like soon.
I think there were a few opportunities like the start lane you could have killed them because they were just doing dumb stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. The rest of the lane, it's like I think it follows the same patterns. So what are we doing here?
Yeah, so I pinged Nami, like her level 5, and I asked how far from 6 she is.
No, you have no
And
mana
then-
though, and you have no ulti.
Yeah. It comes back up, and then I want to. Something that happens is I do communicate it later. That like I just wanted to trade, but because I asked Nami how far she is from 6, she just threw her ults, and we both died because of it. Because I thought, oh, I just want to trade, but I pinged her ult, and yeah.
I'm thinking like right here after you kill the Soraka, you've got like the 2v1 scenario, so you could just reset by your items. You also like don't have much mana, so it's kind of you don't have
Yeah,
ulti again.
I-
It's kind of weird to like force another fight. And then like if you get your item, then the next fight's like more
Refill.
guaranteed. Just get your pickaxe, I think.
Yeah, pickaxe and refill. I think I can.
I don't think refill's good after like deep into game. It's like 8 minutes in. It's not really worth the money. Maybe a pink ward, but it depends. I think pink ward's okay here. So like here, it's like just push the wave in, get the reset. So like, okay, you have you have two options here, I guess. Like you could go for option A, which is greedy, and go for a slow push, and then stack a wave, and with the stacked wave, like you come back, and by the time like you're back, the lane is like frozen on your side, and they can't push it because you have item advantage, right? That's like option A. It's really greedy, and the only way you can do that is if you know with certainty where the jungler is, or maybe you don't know where the jungler is, but you know if the jungler comes, you're fine. So I guess like maybe here you have Jax close enough to rotate. Maybe he can come, and then you have like really good wards, so you can see him if he tries to come. So I guess like that's actually like doable here. And then option B is you just crash this wave right here, and then you reset. You go back to lane, and like the worst thing that happens is they get like you ping pong the waves. Like you get this wave in, but it's not a cannon wave, so like it pushes back towards you kind of fast. Unless is next wave cannon. If next wave cannon can be kind of hard. So like if you do this here and they try to ping pong, but it's like the next wave's cannon and like it gets like meets like right around here. Then it's actually kind of hard to push that one in. So it's almost as good as the option A. So like if you can, then you can do option B like just on the wave just before cannon. But like even if you don't like. If you don't know where the jungler is, then you should always go for option B. Because like the worst case is neutral, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I immediately saw after I died that I messed up.
So it's like now the wave's already here, and it's like
Yeah,
you didn't go for either of the options. Like if you were doing that, then why are you kind of hitting the wave? Like you hit the wave once, you hit the wave twice, and then now you decide, okay, I'm going to like I'm guessing like you're thinking I'm gonna like big crash on the next wave, but it's like you already hit the wave too much. So I think like you should just clear this before the next wave, like which is about to meet comes up. Like you still have like a little bit of time to just crash this and then reset. And then you can come back with your pickaxe, and then you win. Now it's just awkward because they have this wave already here. I mean, I still think like even with like that, everything being said, I still think you can just reset, and it's like a cannon wave. Like now, if you could reset like on top of the cannon wave, not the wave before the cannon wave, then you lose the cannon, and it's like kind of hard. But now it's like you're just really overstaying with no mana.
Yeah, I'm just
You're not getting an
really-
advantage. There's like no way to leverage any advantage out of this. And then not only that, but it's like if you went for option A, which was possible, then like if the wave was stacked up hard enough, they're like you open yourself up to the possibility of like looking for roams out of base, because like that's the easiest way to roam is Twitch ADC. Like you have like the good wave, and then you go for a roam. So like if you had a stacked wave and you came here, like maybe if something happens mid, like let's say they have a 2v2 going on right here, you're there for it.
Yeah, if I had to guess, what I was thinking was that the next wave is a cannon, so I can greed and stay like for 2 more waves, and then get a pickaxe and finish my greaves.
Wait, let me actually just like look. Would that even like be applicable here? Like if you pushed in this wave, I think you could do this in like 10 seconds. Like you throw your W on the wave and then you E. You have enough mana? Yeah, you have enough. You have barely enough mana to do that.
Yeah.
So if you do that like right now, and it's 8:12, it takes 8 seconds. So I think you can actually do this in 5 seconds, if not me helps. But like let's say 8 seconds. So that's 8 seconds. Like get the wave in, start the recall. Another 8 seconds, finish the recall. So it's like 8:26. And then it takes 26 seconds to walk, or I think it's 24 seconds to go from fountain to middle of mid lane. So with like no boots. Maybe it's like 22, 23. I don't know, actually know timers. But it's somewhere around there. So let's say 25 seconds plus 16. And that's like 40 seconds. So you would be there by about 8:50. So when does the fight like end up culminating? You would be here in time to clean up. Like you could look at what's going on in the map. Like, okay, every time I recall, like I always think to myself, where should I be like now? And like in lane phase, usually the answer is you go bot, right? But sometimes if you're looking at the map, like you could like look at the freeze, like if there's freeze top. Sometimes there's like a timer roam top. That's very, very rare, because usually roaming top fucks you. But sometimes you can roam top, because you can go top, like get the kill. If top has TP, then a TP spot catches your wave. So like you just stay top, like you lane swap and you gank their lane, like 2 in 1.
That doesn't
roaming.
happen.
If you can just ping there, like spam ping the top lane's TP and like tell them like recall, go bot. Like after you kill them, because they should be happy just like collect a huge stack wave. They should be. Usually the way it goes though is like if you're not sure, like usually if I'm not sure where I want to go, like I'll kind of like path, like hover bot like through mid, like I'll like go like this way. That way like I don't waste too much time. And since like the wave would be slow pushing toward me, like I shouldn't lose much of anything anyway. Like if I'm not sure, if I know where I need to go right bot, because I look at mid and I think, okay, that's not gankable, then I just path straight bot. But if something's happening and like I'm kind of like on this pathway, it's like, oh shit, I see this, then I can just walk, like start my queue like about right here, and then I'm there for it. So I think this is actually something where maybe you could have been here. And maybe Jax doesn't die if you're here and lose bounty. But don't worry about that too much. Oh wait, we're fighting.
Yeah, no, I pinged her ult like before, and here I just wanted to queue and trade a bit, and then she just ulted because she thought I wanted to fight, but I didn't, because I had no mana. And yeah, that was just miscommunication, and I typed it later. I was like, I just wanted to trade, you didn't need to R. But yeah, that happened.
I think you win this though, like if you just R ignite her.
If I ignite here?
If you ignited like right at the start, like right here. Or maybe hold ignite, like you just look for how it goes, and then right here it's like, okay, this is actually fightable, because like they're not spacing away, like they're kind of like out of position. Now I'm like Soraka missed the Q, and I'd probably just pop ult here and ignite her. And like instead of clicking away, because I already have like 3 stacks already, just kill her. And she can't
I
like.
thought I wouldn't have mana.
You don't have enough
I
mana
to RE.
Yeah, you don't have enough mana to RE like right away, but with presence of mind, like you'll regen 16 mana in the time you would like get the last stack and like the last auto and like E max range. So like let's see, do you get to 80 mana by the time she would be out? Yeah, you get 80 mana right now. So like by the time she's max stacking out, like you just press E. I guess that's just like a limit you don't really know, because there have been times where like I'm thinking to myself like, okay, I know I will have like enough mana to press E, and then I level up and I level up my E, and the mana cost goes up by 10, and I'm like 5 mana short. Have you ever having that happen to you?
No, I haven't had that happen to me, but I've had something similar to where I don't think I have enough mana, so I don't do anything because I don't forget to look at my XP bar, and then I level up, and then instead of leveling up my ability, I just leave it, so nothing happens, and then I later to myself, I think like I could have killed if I just leveled up my ability, but I didn't pay attention. So this was just my fault because yeah, she also missed her ult.
Okay, but it's like before the fight starts, I want to say it's like looking for this feels really bad because you're sitting on 1500 gold. If you had an item, it would be guaranteed. You are kind of low on mana while they're full. But you said Kai'Sa doesn't have R, but she does have R? She used it in that fight?
No, I said I pinged Nami R. Before. I pinged Nami R and asked when she has it, back when I killed Soraka. Because I thought when my ult goes back up, we can kill Soraka again. Because she didn't have R here. Soraka didn't, at least I think. When I was thinking about it. But she got it. I didn't count the opponent XP. And so when I just went in to trade, because I have this bad habit of every time I go out of my queue, I need to auto a champion.
Look at how little damage Kai'Sa Q does. Like if she pressed Q right now, like it would be split between the one minion and you, so it would be half. But she even that is what she does, and it does like nothing. Like what?
Yeah, the Soraka Q did more damage.
I guess she just needs to evolve it. Do you at least trade? Oh no, you don't. I would just hit this guy.
I don't. Yeah, I ran away. If I didn't run away,
yeah, you could have at least traded 1 for 2. If you like play it with confidence. This is where like it's like if you just played it with confidence, like I think you could just win straight up. It's like
yeah.
I think if they play this like pixel perfect, they might be able to like go like play it on even footing, but
yeah, but you gotta understand. I wasn't expecting the Nami R, and when it missed, I was just like, ah, shit, nah. I don't want to do this anymore.
It's like, but Soraka misses the Q. Kai'Sa doesn't fire the W on you when you show, and then she uses her E kind of weirdly here.
Yeah, she was out of Nami R, and then she almost walks back into it.
And then like right now, like you can auto space the Kai'Sa and like completely stay out of her range altogether. Although if you did that, you wouldn't be able to ignite, which means you would have had to ignite earlier. You didn't ignite at all, which means like how many heals does Soraka get that just weren't like reduced wounds?
Yeah, that I could have prevented. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this I think was my worst, and there's one bad fight that I really just take because I'm cocky, and 2 ults get thrown at me in a team fight, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, they can do that.
This is a 36-minute game. I think I've gone over like the basics of lane phase, so I'm just gonna like look to like mid game.
Yeah, there's a lot of fighting that happens, and I kind of.
Okay, wait. Were there any roam timers for you? I want to like look through this real quick. Like, let's say after this fight, you reset. The wave is. I would look at my bot wave. I'd say, okay, the wave is slow pushing away. It's a cannon. Cannon wave takes priority. Okay, yeah, going bot is correct. So
Good to know. I really just don't.
Okay,
think...
and then right here, here's another thing. When you're Twitch, your siege is garbage, right? Because when your passive procs the tower, it's so awful.
Yeah,
it's just so awful.
Diving as well. I hate, like, I can't W the wave, that, like, their wave, because if some of them, if a champion walks into my W, I just get turret aggro.
Yeah. Hopefully, like, someone else starts, and then you like auto them.
Yeah.
But yeah. So whenever you get a wave crash, like the first thing you should think of is like, what do I do with this wave crash? Other champions can siege, Twitch can't. So what Twitch does instead is like you could either like every prio, like every time you get prio, you get one action, right? So I think like normally the action is you already have vision. So like right now, you could actually walk up into river, or you could go for deep vision, or you could even like go for a roam like right now. The plate is not really worth that much, quite frankly.
Yeah, I just tried to get plate.
So I'm thinking, if you're mid right now, what happens? Is there a timer? Oh my god, there was a timer.
Yeah, Kane was mid.
Now you're going mid, but it's too little too late.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think this is where you can roam. And when you get higher up, people will ping me amount, right? But it's like right now, people play with their maps. Not only do they play with their maps off, but people don't even ping. So it's like, you go up mid, just assume that like this brush is going to be warded always. And then sometimes like they might even ward this brush, but like enter this brush and then pop your stealth and then like go into mid, and then Nami can trail behind you. So like by the time you're already there, she's like following up, but you should like be the first one there. Ah, look how awkward this is. Maybe this works though. Maybe this works. I think this works.
Kind of worked. I threw my W because I thought, yeah.
Okay, it ends up working.
It's like right here, after I kill, should I path to bot like I did? Or should I go for the mid wave, the cannon?
It depends on the status of the mid wave. I don't know what the status of mid wave is. Okay, so let's look at this. This will crash. And it's going to be really awkward. So you should clear mid wave first, I think. And then Zed should path bot and collect. However, there's this is very elo dependent, but sometimes if you're in the mid wave, the mid laner, even if there's a huge bot wave, will be like, what the fuck are you doing in my lane that Riot gave me? And they'll just path mid and it's like all fucked. So you gotta be cognizant of that too.
What are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing with my god-given cannon? Yeah, so I just take it and go.
I would push this because like, whatever. But it's not that bad. Like this is perfectly fine because like the way you set up with like a slight freeze and then
but we mess up and die.
It's like you lost so much CS bot. It's like by the time you get here, you didn't even get any of it anyway. Oh, what is this? You don't have ulti. You don't have a wave. Soraka is really far, and you have Nami E. So I feel like you could go for a really, really short trade, but not an all-in. Here.
Yeah, I got minion block. I wanted to walk back, but
okay. You lead with auto first here, or in W first here. I feel like auto W is better. Here. I don't.
I think I did, but I misclicked.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too.
Yeah, I think I clicked on a minion and then W. If you play, I'm pretty sure I did.
But it's like, especially with Nami, like your orbs are slow, so then you'll slow them first, and then it'll be a slow before the slow, like your W goes out, so they're gonna be in the W longer. Get more stacks.
Yeah, so here I tried to walk back, but
so I think if you so you know Soraka's over here, right? So then where should you be?
To the right, away from Soraka, close to Kaisa, and close to my Nami.
Yeah, close to your Nami, away from their support. So you should be like right here, I think. And then you auto them, and then you throw W, like let's say she's like throw W like this. That if she wants to get out of it, she has to like walk like awkwardly in a way where you get more autos away from her support, or she walks through it, which is probably better, but she has to she's slowed so you can get more hits. So I think that's how you would play that one out.
Yeah, this is just bad. I die here. We both do, I think.
Yeah, you don't have a wave, so you have to have a wave when you fight Kaisa.
Yeah, here I tried to
It's just awkward. Yeah.
yeah.
You're trying
I
to
tried
dodge
to
the
yeah, I
Soraka Q.
tried to dodge the Soraka Q and E, and that just made me tank the full Kaisa Q. So that was bad. I do trade, but it's not worth.
This is worth. Side got the kill. Net positive. This is one of those things where it's like right now it's like, do I run or do I continue? Zed pinged on the way. Do I live long enough? Probably not, but Zed is gonna clean up, so it's honestly fine. Like the disadvantages are equalized by the advantages, in my opinion. Because you also the laning stuff I said earlier also have to factor in number of people, usually jungler, sometimes mid laner, sometimes top TPs. But very few people actually track top TPs, so
Yeah, that
shit. Most of the time, top laner TPs, the enemy top laner doesn't even ping it. So
yeah, here, my whole death downtime, I just spend deciding on
what item? Yeah. I'm thinking what would I build here? You can build whatever you want, and there's a reason.
Gale.
You can build Gale, dodge the Malphite or the Kayn knockup, or you could build Kraken for the DPS, or you could build I don't like shield bow here at all, actually. And you build a pickaxe anyway.
I never build shield bow.
Shield bow is sometimes good. But next patch, or this patch actually, it's not gonna be more. Yeah, it's just bad now. It's just bad now. We got nerfed too much. 50 AD, smaller shield.
Though, because so many times it has happened where I just don't click tab and I forget that the enemy Vayne has shield bow. So when I think I kill with my E, I just prog the shield bow and die. Yeah, that happens.
Okay. First thing I say though is as you head out of Fountain, look at the state of the waves and think, hey, do I really want to be bought? Answer is yes, but it doesn't look like you even thought about it here. And then here, maybe the answer changes with Zed going mid. Does it change? Probably not. No.
Nah, he's going top. They're fighting again.
Jack's gonna take the mid wave. Whatever. It doesn't matter that much. Why'd you use Q here? Your Nami isn't even close.
I just use Q a lot. I use Q whenever I can.
Okay, I have a prediction.
It's a bad habit.
Yeah, I have a prediction that in at least one team fight, there's gonna be a spot where you use Q too early, you run out of it, and it's just you could have got something, but you didn't because you used Q too early.
Yeah, I use especially
everybody messes up their stealth sometimes.
When my Q is longer, then especially I just Q whenever I can.
I think you could have followed this, but you do have to give a wave to do it. But is it worth following? Maybe.
I mean, I don't think
you don't know if they have a pink ward, but I think if you do they have a pink ward? Oh, they in pit, but it wouldn't show you. It wouldn't show you.
They do. Well, Soraka
in
just
River
put one down. Soraka just put one down in front of Dragon.
Yeah, but that doesn't reveal you as you walk there. So right now, I would first order business is, do you know the word to do this bush from here?
Yeah, I miss it sometimes, but I do know it.
You stand here and then you just ward this spot right here, and then it'll show here. And if there's a pink word in there, then you have to walk around. But if there is no pink word,
I thought I couldn't walk here because Kaisa would spot me and just kill me.
Yeah, but
because Soraka is closer.
But when Kaisa
right here.
You don't have Q yet, but like if you had Q right now and you followed, like, and you had the ward, then I think you just clean up. Like, so the best way to use Q is for something to, okay, there's like a lot of ways to use Q, but like generally in team fights, you want to like wait for something to happen first, and then you use your Q to reposition to get the angle you want, and then you open up. If you just aimlessly use Q, then like hoping for your teammates to start a fight in solo queue, your teammates will not start a fight because they're they just stick around. So so it's like when the team fight happens, then like your Q runs out and you don't get the angle you want, and it's like really hard.
Yeah, most often I use Q to just sit around in what I think is a good position and wait for an ability to be thrown. Here I just greed. Here I just limit test. I think I can do anything, but I don't.
Yeah, I do stuff like this sometimes where it's like I think I can do this. I think you win this if you Gale Force Kai'Sa W though.
Yeah, I do. I wanted to Gale Force the damage, but I don't think even I hit it. Or
yeah, you didn't Gale Force the Kai'Sa W. You just Gale Force for damage.
I killed. I get shut down at least. So does she.
It's like if you Gale Force the Kai'Sa W, then she can't ulti, and she can't get the shield, and you can keep like when you play Twitch, this is actually like a god spot to like have an ult, because like they all have to funnel in like this direction.
Yeah. That's why I opened. I was like, I've seen this. I've seen this before.
Yeah. Your teammates aren't here though, so that's like one reason you might not want to like open yet.
Yeah, Zed is dicking around with Cassio at the other end.
So what would I do? Maybe I would wait a little bit longer before I open. Like I'd spam ping like, hey guys, come, and then hopefully like Nami walks up a little bit closer. If you Gale Force this, then yeah, I think you just kill her because she can't ulti you. Then you can walk away from Kayn and the wall. I don't know what that's doing. Just like, let's just stare at them do dragon, guys. Okay, yeah. Okay, next spot probably be like. See, I wouldn't want to be bot here anymore because it's like it's past 14 minutes. There's no more plates. Yada yada. I would want to be like top or mid here. So I don't know, but it's like Zed's already mid, so yeah, you just pat with bot. Maybe I'd say Zed go bot, but it's like it doesn't matter that much. So you catch the bot wave, crash it in the tower. Kane's bot, so is everyone. So just leave, chill. Don't need a stealth, you just walk away.
I like stealthing.
Okay, Kane's mid now. Are you stronger than her? Oh wait, see now it shows it in here.
Yeah, I guess I just A-clicked that, so.
Huh.
Here I just I don't know what I did.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, that was just a very ambitious flash.
See, I don't know what items Kai'Sa has, and you're equal level and you don't have minions, but I still feel like you could just kill this rocket here if you just start with R to give yourself 40 AD. That's a whole BF sword.
Yeah.
So you Q, or your auto, like right now you could auto Q, like reset minion aggro, and then use R and then auto to like
I think what I had in mind was I W Soraka and then I R.
Yeah, but you want to auto
Oh.
W. So like I think auto is Q, and then R W, like R auto W, and then you can just like ignite her and Gale Force to like dodge Kai'Sa W, or just Gale Force for damage. I think and you just kill her. Like you auto the minion here, but I feel like could have just killed her.
Yeah, probably, but
Does Kai'Sa have enough burst to one shot you? Not really.
yeah, that was just a very ambitious flash.
Yeah, if you just all in there right at the start, like right here, like you're already like committed. Honestly, I think you just kill her.
Yeah, I probably can. I even pinged it, but it just didn't happen.
And I feel like you could have like a relatively high degree of confidence that like if you hit the Sona,
Yeah,
like
yeah, and you can
support
see
will do
the
something.
Kai'Sa item. Kai'Sa has like Greaves, Kraken, and a dagger, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so you got better items. Are you building Bork? Okay, I'm okay with that. I have no qualms.
I think I built Bork, Tiamat, Runans.
Interesting. Where'd you get that build idea from?
I just kind of wing it. I just look at their team and I'm like, do I need Wits or Bork? And then if I'm going on hit, of course, or if I'm not going crit, and then after my first damage / attack speed item, I always just get Tiamat and then Runans. And
That's
I'm
not the
like,
worst thing I've ever
that's fine.
seen. So when do we start grouping up for fights?
Oh, there isn't really a rule down here for that. It just kind of happens. A lot of times I think to myself, like, I've lost so many games because I'm like farming for an item, like my jungle, and my team just for no reason whatsoever goes in groups, like mid, not even at the turret, not even like a siege. They just group, and half of them die. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get like a finished hurricane or something, and it's like there isn't any objective to fight over, nor are we sieging. So it's like, why is this happening?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes like just fights can be good though. Depends. Like sometimes like if you have like a really good dive comp and they have mobile champs, like sometimes you want to like just force a fight before the dragon so that you can get the flash, some flashes down. And if you have flash, like even if like both teams have no flashes, it's like you win sometimes. Or just like make a pick or something. I don't know. Use Q really weirdly here. Like, there's no reason to Q right now. You want to Q when you're like closer. Cause like, does the Q even do anything?
Yeah, I for some reason thought like that the Cassio and Malf were gonna like turn and fight. So I'm like, if they turn and fight, I'm invisible and in a good position. So it's like, I
Yeah,
saw
but
the Namiar and I'm like,
you could Q when you're like right next to them, and then you could like use the time to get like on the side of them or behind them or something. So like, I would say probably like right here would be when you would press Q. If they were a turn like right when you're like right here and they turn this way, then you could like press Q and then like look around, get the angle, or maybe like go this way, you know.
Yep. I queue a lot. That's one thing where I like tell myself like I need to stop just insta-queuing whenever it's off cooldown. Here, she's just much stronger and I do not respect it at all.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. Like you would have been fine if you had your Q, but you just queued right here for no reason.
Yeah, I just like being invisible, to be honest. It's fun. I just walk.
Nami just took Scuttle by herself. What
Yeah,
was
she
that?
And then I just die like instantly.
Yeah, your
But
melee
I get a
range
1k
Kai'Sa.
shutdown. Yeah.
Wait, she
I
has
do get 1k
1k?
shutdown, so
What the
yeah.
fuck? What happened to the last few minutes?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I didn't know like last time we fought her, she had like a dagger and Kraken, and now she has a full collector and something else. Like you can see me pressing tab in like disbelief at what happened. Nami almost took 1k
But yeah,
shutdown,
you see
honestly.
Kai'Sa up here, so like this would be when you press Q right here.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
that was that.
You
I'm
walk.
almost thinking that I queued just so Nami like doesn't kill the Scuttle.
It's also important for the attack speed and stuff.
Yeah, especially without hail.
Okay, so we leave Fountain. We need to think about where we want to go.
Yeah,
I guess you could catch bot wave, but you don't want to be here for long. You want someone else to match. There's no point even like fighting him, honestly. He's too tanky. He doesn't get anything meaningful. It's a waste of time. So this is really, really bad. The reason why it's bad is because Baron's up. That's why I said you don't want to be here for too long. Because if they see like 2 people bot, even if it's just 2 people, they could start Baron. And your team is now 3v5 or 3v4 up there.
Yeah, and Volley is fighting 2 of them in their blue
So
side.
what I'm wondering is why don't they kill the Volley? They see 2 people bot side. Why don't they just do Baron? It's free. So yeah, generally you want to be on the side of the important objective. So Twitch specifically and other champions that like love open space and are immobile and do AoE. Some of them prefer chokes, but champions like Twitch, Jinx, Kog'Maw, they prefer the open space. So like playing through top, like this area where they have to like funnel in one direction is preferable compared to like being in here where they could come at you from this direction, they 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 come at you from this direction. They come at you from all directions basically. And that's really hard as Twitch, especially when you're like you want to like them come at you from like a concentric cone. So playing like with one direction from here is like preferable. So when you can, it's nice to group through top or bot to play for an objective, but this is solo queue. People don't fucking listen ever. People always play through mid for no reason. Even when it's harder, even when like it's harder to like keep control of like control wards, because they could have these 3, even like these 4 brushes, or even like pink here. They have like 5 different spots that like you have to check for control wards in order for Twitch Q to function. Whereas like over here, there's only one brush that matters, and you can just kite back. But regardless, like the only time you can play through top is if Baron is the only objective up, because if both objectives are up, then and they go through mid, then like they might contest you at Baron, making it hard for you to like do anything. Or like if you're at drag, like they do dragon, and like say it's like important dragon, soul or whatever, or third, and like it takes you too long to do Baron, then you're top and they're on dragon. Like what are you doing top while they're on the dragon? So that's generally why people prefer to be mid if there are 2 objectives up. If there's only one, then you can play on that side and have the like soul lane or whatever like be mid. Or if you want to do like 1-1-3-1, then you can have like 3 top, like top jungle like moving through top jungle, and jungle support moving through jungle, getting vision, soul laners in the other 2 lanes. Yada yada yada.
One of the biggest issues, like around like mid game specifically, is that on average, by the time mid game hits, I usually have around like 10 or so kills, because I usually have a high kill number on Twitch, just because of my playstyle, and I start thinking that I'm stronger than everyone, and then I just start taking fights everywhere. And then I sort of just die for no reason a lot when I shouldn't, when we could fight for objectives.
Yeah, so, but like when you want to be on the side of like the map where there's an objective. Like if you're super far ahead and you go top side and they don't go top side, then you have a guaranteed Baron. And if you go top side, they go top side, you fight, then you win the fight, you get the Baron. So it's like win-win. If you're fighting, then you get the Baron, and if you're not fighting, then you still like get the Baron. If you lose the fight when you're far ahead, then it's like oh shit.
Yeah. Well.
Then you just like yeah.
Also, my Zed missed 3 shurikens on Soraka, but it happens.
So going bot here, kind of match. I think Volley should reset and go bot. You should like spam when you know where you need to be. then you should ping people in advance. So like right now, you should be telling your volley, like, Dragon's not up. We're not playing for that. Go bot. Like, just ping assistant.
Or
Jax is jungle.
I think, yeah, Jax. But so if the dragon isn't up, and my volley is, I see that my volley is like going for the top turret. Shouldn't I try to like avert attention from him, or at least try to like, if they group on volley, then I get something bot, like a kill.
There's nothing bot, and there's no objectives bot.
Well, there's no objectives, but
if volley pushes up here and dies, that's his fault.
He does.
Yeah, which he does. He shouldn't do that. There's no reason for him to be up here, because if he wants to push up topside, then like they're at the very least, like let's just ignore that this exists. Let's say both Baron and Dragon are off the table and they like no one has any of them. Then
yeah, okay.
Then like if he wants to push this lane, he needs to have pressure on the opposite side of the map to do this, or at least from mid. So like he needs to have prio in like another lane. So you want to have like synced waves if you want to go for like the split push play. So if he wants to split, he needs you guys to like draw pressure as a team. But he's like, the wave is already pushed up and the wave is going to meet right here. So him pushing up is illegal. There's no reason for him to do that. So like right now, it's like you should think, hey, where do I want to be when you're dead? Where do I go next? And the first thing you should think of is what objectives are up. This one's not up. So by process of elimination, you should be on this side of the map, which means you should be either mid or top. And
although what will probably happen if I went Baron was either we pick a fight and die like Volley did, or I just sit around there and do nothing.
Even if you sit around there and do nothing, at least you're on the side of the map where the correct side of the map, and you prevent them from taking the Baron. So like let's say you go mid, you push out mid, you get vision control over here. The enemy team plays immaculately and never walks into vision, never gets picked off. Never like plays into you. Somehow they know like that you're not doing the Baron, because you can't like do the Baron without them walking up and like risking a disadvantage fight. Like even if all that happens, like you're playing up through topside, you prevent them from going to the Baron and doing it. While if you go bot, they could just do Baron. Like if you send two people bot, which is what they should have done, especially since they killed Volley and your bot lane like dicking around with Malphite.
Yeah, I thought I prevent Rock from getting turret. I good. That's what.
But that's someone else's job. Yeah. Like even if it were Zed going bot, like that's better than you. And right now, where's Zed? I think Zed's like somewhere over here. I can't exactly see him. I think the correct lane assignment is for Volley to match the Malphite. Volley should outpush the Malphite, like win versus Malphite, straight up in the 1v1. He should be pressuring the side opposite to the objective, especially since he has TP. So if something happens at the objective, he could like channel his recall or force Malphite to use ult on him to cancel his recall. Or not recall, his TP. And you have two choices. You could go top, play through top, or you could play through mid. I think, generally speaking, mid is the easiest one to do. It's the one your teammates are going to understand the most. So in mid game, as ADC, you should just push mid. With your support, get prio. With the prio comes one action. That means vision. So move with your support. Your support should not ever ward alone, because if she walks into this like blind jungle and hey, their jungler is just sitting here, she just dies. So your support needs to help you get prio, escort. So your support escorts you to get mid push. You escort your support to get vision. Then after that, like that's one action consumed. So with that one action, like you lost prio. So the order is prio number 1, vision number 2, and then with vision you can get an objective if you see people are in the wrong spot, or go for a play, and if the play goes well, then you can go for an objective. So like if you push mid, right? After you push mid, you move with your support and your jungle to get wards, like deep wards here and then here. Make sure like if you start Baron Link, you could see them coming. And then not only do you like after that, like you consumed your one action, so you got to go back, get prio. Then after you get prio, then you go back and like look for something in their jungle. You see, hey, we have really good vision control, and there's no one topside, which means by process of elimination, if there's no one in the top side of the map, they have to be on the bot side of the map. If they're on the bot side of the map, then we can just do Baron and it's free. Alternatively, what should happen is their team should contest the vision on their turn. So you know how like they say, I said earlier, League of Legends is a turn-based game? In macro, it's very much a turn-based game because you get prio, you get vision, and then you go back to get prio, and that's their turn. So they're gonna go like deward your shit and put their own vision. It's like this is like usually a constant non-ending battle in pro play, and usually like one of these, like when one of them gets the lead, then it leads to this. It's not as common in pro play that players just mindlessly get caught out in rotation, which happens much more often in solo queue. But in pro play, like this is like 90% of the game right here. Like they're trying to like set up their map movement as a team. But it's like in order to do that, you have to be in the right spot on the map.
Yeah.
And you also like you can ping your teammates more. Like when you can like do the control ping, like the one that goes like ting, like don't go there. Like the retreat ping, like tell Nami like, hey, like just don't do that, and just tell Nami like, hey, walk with me. Like, and then when you go, like you can like do the down ping, like the one that's like a flag to help me.
Yeah.
Like get her to move. When you get better, like people begin doing the right things automatically, but like this range, you have to just straight up tell them like, hey, vision.
Okay, I see now. I see why this was a mistake then.
Yeah, so like this went unpunished. What did they do when they saw you bot lane? They dicked around. They ran around looking for kills, and they died. They're not even playing as a team. They're just like in random spots. Yeah, it's just like they should have just got Baron. You should have just lost. Like I feel like right here, like you going bot loses the game. They should get Baron and the game's over. You can't win anymore. It's like if they just play it well, it's too hard. Unless they fucking throw, which you know it could happen. It does happen. Okay, so what happens next? We respawn, we identify that we want to go mid. Cool.
Yeah, I misplay here, I think.
You're in the right spot. You kill the Kayn, you waste your ult, but it doesn't matter, whatever. You have a pick.
That's a low.
You have 2 picks, you 1 dead. So then what do you do? Okay, this is a situation that you're going to run into very frequently. Sometimes right now you should be spamming mid-wave because you want to get prio first, right? Prio, vision, and then you go for the objective play. So that means you need to spam ping Nami, like flag, come with me. Heck, even Jax could come right now instead of doing his camps, but like he's probably not going to because he gets a dopamine rush every time he kills the little wolf. So right now Nami should be with you because this is dark, this is dark, this is dark. They could come from any one of these directions and just kill you.
Oh, I think they do.
Yeah, so you need an escort to get prio, which means your support should be maybe jungle, like they should be with you helping you get prio. And then with that prio, then you can move into their jungle, like down here, and then control vision here. So then by the time dragon spawns in like, I don't know, 40 seconds, I think. I don't know. Like I can't see a timer. By the time dragon spawns, then you'll have control. Then with that, like after you get the control, obviously you go back, you push mid again, and then you come back and you look for like to control this like choke area. You really do not want them to have pink wards as Twitch in these areas. If you can stop it. These areas are just all really bad to have pink wards in. If you're playing through mid, you have to get these controlled. That's why it's easier to play through bot. But, you know, with 2 objectives up, that's not doable. Oh, thank you. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. When 2 objectives are up, you have to play through mid. That's just like, if you go on one side, Actually, let me rephrase that. If Dragon is up and you play through bot, Baron is the more important objective. So if you can't rotate from Dragon to Baron fast enough, then they can get Baron in the time that you do Dragon. So that's why it's better to just go through mid when there are 2 objectives up. And then if you're like doing Baron and they just stop doing Dragon and they just rotate up from mid to like, let's say you go for Baron and they contest mid prio, they get mid prio, and it's like they realize like that you're all off map and they already have vision control of this area. Then they would realize, oh shit, they're on Baron, and you just go to Baron, fight you while you're all like have your MR shredded from the Baron, low from the Baron, and use like resources on the Baron, and they just kill you. So that's why it's just always better to go through mid. If both objectives are up. If one is up, then you are allowed to play through that side of the map. Like if Baron top side, if Dragon bot side. But I seriously doubt people are competent enough to understand like how to play through bot. Even though there's not much about it that's different, like there's just some like lure of mid lane. I just think just go mid lane. In pro play, people do play through bot and top all the time when there's one objective up. And usually it's because they realize we cannot contest their mid prio. So they just send someone to catch the mid wave, like the person who can play flank. And they have they play through bot because that's like what they can actually control. But I think like in pro play, this is actually kind of, maybe it's a bit of ego for me, but I think like it should be more comp dependent. I think they're playing wrong. Like if you're the strong team, but you still prefer playing through bot, then you should take control of bot. Because like champions like Twitch, who love open space, Jinx, who love open space, they can play through bot way easily. But there are some champions that prefer the choke.
Twitch never gets played in pro play though.
That is true. Barely. That is true. But Jinx is played all the time, like last season.
Yeah, Jinx is good. I mean, there was a time where like Twitch was okay, but Kalista was just better.
I don't really think they're at all like. They're like complete opposites. The only thing they have similar is the stacking mechanic.
I think the kiting is like more or less like similar.
Okay, this is good. This is good.
Kalista.
You use Q. Are you waiting for something to happen? You have flat. Okay, actually, I'm just gonna go through this team fight. So this is really good. You have a perfect Q. You waited for something to happen, and then you press Q. That's how it should go. Now, right now, you have a really big decision to make. Do you wait for Malphite to ult first, like, or do you and then go in, or do you flash the Malphite ult?
I definitely do not flash the Malphite ult. It's not that I don't want to; it's that I just don't trust myself to do it more often than not.
Okay, well, I think like you should like, even if you're gonna lose some games, you should force yourself to try, and you'll surprise yourself. Like if you enter the game with the minds like, I'll give an example. There's a baseball player who has like a super slow reaction time, like 400 to 500 milliseconds. For reference, average is like 300.
Average is 300, yeah.
Yeah. The average actually more like 270, somewhere between 250 and 300. But when he plays, he goes up to bat, he's able to like still hit the ball despite having a super slow reaction time. And like the reason is because when you prime yourself for an event that will happen, you're able to react more quickly. So when you enter these team fights, like you should think to yourself, what are the threats that I need to avoid? Because when they happen, you'll be able to react to them much more quickly. So the first thing I would think of is Cassio ult. Next thing, Malphite ult, just going based off distance. These guys aren't even threats right now. So if I prime myself to think, okay, I don't even fucking know how to dodge the Cassio ult, so I should avoid her. And then Malphite is the one I have to flash. So this guy, like I just wait for him to flash. Then you'll be ready to flash and you'll actually do it versus like hoping that you react in time. Like a primed reaction is much more easy to do.
Also, knowing myself, I would probably greed the flash and try to Gale Force the Malphite ult and just miss and die.
I've never actually Gale Force Malphite ult. I don't know how you do it. I've never done it before.
I've tried, I think, but not successfully.
So when you enter this fight, there are 2 threats, and I would
I
probably,
said just far away.
yeah, I would probably play over here. I don't fucking know. I would probably hit this guy, honestly, like kill him first, and then like position here. If Malphite ults me, then like I just flash over here.
In my mind, he's already dead because just Jax is on him, and I
Maybe,
know that whenever
maybe.
Jax jumps on me, I'm dead. So
What did Cassio ult?
I don't think she did.
She did. She ults right here.
She,
This is
she
the ult sound. She ults this. What is she ulting?
I don't know.
She ulting Volibear? Volibear isn't even looking at her. That was very talented of her. Okay.
Yeah,
Here you don't need to flash. You don't need to flash because the fight's already over. But like probably like in this moment, like Cassio used ult and she's dead. Like right, she's in Zonia's and the other people are dead. So there's no one to follow up. Even if Cassio follows up, she can't kill me through my support and my team. It's like yeah, it's fine to just tank it. It's fine. Yeah, this is a good team fight. So do we win this game?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like, I think like how do we lose from here? There's no way.
Yeah. There's one team fight I think where I mess up and it's kind of close. Here I limit test. If this is, yeah, here I limit test and lose.
One important thing to remember is that Twitch has a big nerf when he gets Baron because when you're near a minion wave, it tells them that you're there.
I tried. I don't know if it was this game or a game like I played after, but we got Baron and I just stood there invisible and let the minions do all the work while I was just hiding.
Yeah, this is what I call for fun gaming, and I do this all the time too. Or happy gaming. There's no reason to look for this. I think you know that.
Yeah, no. I was very aware that I had no business being here, but I was like, nah, I can kill her. And I do, but I die because I'm in Cassio W and I can flash.
Another tip, your teammate does more damage when they're in a minion wave. So like if you wait like for him to be closer to the minion wave, you might be able to like actually find the angle to 1v1. But yeah, like fog of war here, fog of war everywhere. Teammates are here and you should be waiting.
Kane was also just seen in river, topside river. So here I just,
At least you kill her, it's 1 for 1.
Yeah. There's one team fight that I played really badly. I got impatient, I think. It's
Kane dies here, right?
I don't remember. I think so. Maybe not. He
uses ulti.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he dies there. He played that like really bad. He deserved to die for that. Okay, here we go. Here's the next team fight. So this is where macro kind of falls apart because you want to play through 2 lanes. The person with TP should be on the side lane and could create pressure in 2 areas at the same time. Yep. And then if they show 5 mid, then like the person bot just gets stuff for free. But if they send 1 to match, then it's like whatever, you win it.
Sometimes it happens that I'm like thinking of these things. Like I know Volley has TP and I know where I should be, but it's like it's not really worth anything if he doesn't. So
but it's like if they all just dogpile 5 mid, I think you just win. But this is just a little bit of
that was for fun, and then this after was like I gotta go in.
Okay, what happened prior to this?
I was getting red buff. And then
you're getting red buff and they're just like they're limit testing too.
Yeah.
Said
limit testing as well.
We don't know if Malphite is ulti because we weren't looking, but you kill Kaisa no matter what, and I think it's possible that you can just kill the Cassio even if you get hit by the ult.
No, I kill everyone here.
Oh my god, it's perfect. So your ult actually outranges Cassio R if you play it perfect, right? It's really hard to do because
trust me, I did not do this like on purpose.
It's really hard to do because like if you auto them and they just walk away in that like little bit of edge, like little bit of space, then you could end up looking like an idiot because
Yeah.
like you're trying to space them perfectly, but they just walked away.
Yeah, no. When I saw this, I was just like, everything black played in my head, and I was like, I gotta go in. Doesn't matter what happens. Yeah.
I think you were actually in the wall. Okay, so you didn't dodge it, but it's like, oh my god. It looked like you were auto spacing perfectly, but I think you have to be like right here. It's like where's the edge of the radius? Yeah. So like this is the radius. So I think you're. It doesn't even look like you're inside it, but I guess somehow you're inside it. Or are you inside it? I don't even know.
I was turned.
Yeah, you were turned though. Yeah.
And then here is the most bullshit moment of the game after I kill everyone.
Nice.
Yeah, and here I just I get a triple. I'm looking for the rest, and then Kane. I'm like, okay, I can kill him. I know that. But then bullshit happens, and he just kind of heals for all his health.
There's no Chemtech. Yeah. Nami built. What? Nami built. Look at this.
Yeah, no, my Nami went off. She has a 25 stack Magi's, by the way, as well.
Yeah, what the fuck? This is some advanced technology right here.
My Nami went off. She was looking for the bigger heals. And then I die because I'm angry. I want to ping the Gore Drinker because it healed him for everything, and then I misclick and walk up and die. Shit. But it happens.
I think if you just stayed on the Kane, you just kill him.
I wanted to Gale Force out of the silence so I don't get rooted. And I thought I kill her faster, but obviously I don't.
Yeah. Bit unlucky. Tell you, I'm just thinking if you kept DPSing Kane after his ulti, you would have killed him. Yeah. I don't really like switching targets like that, but that's whatever. I don't like Titanic either. It literally does less damage when you upgrade it.
Yeah, but it's just cool.
I guess it turns your circle into a larger cone, but it's like I would just rather sit on the Tiamat and then get a different item, like LDR.
Part of it is also because, like, I think the HP helps you survive. It helped me survive a lot of the time, so...
Yeah, wait, hold up. Could you have 40% crit if you went IE, but they have a ton of armor. They have and HP, so I think LDR is the best. So they got armor, HP, armor, HP.
Yeah, I have all these like on hit attack speed items, so I'm like, it's too late to like switch to, in my mind it's like it's too late to go back. I'm going Wits End. Even though it's probably and I wanna I'm like, if I had Wits I would have killed the Cassio there, so like I'm going Wits. But I don't finish it.
If you had more damage you would have killed the Cassio too.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah, I would have just sat on Tiamat.
Yeah,
go
I even say I'll go LDR.
And then after LDR, like just sit on Tiamat for a while and then sell it, get an Infinity Edge for the maximum
I even
DPS.
say that I go LDR and then I just don't for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, here I just open. I get too impatient. Here. And this is where I just get double ulted or triple ulted.
The team has decided to skip steps. Instead of getting prio mid, we are playing with no prio. So when your team does something stupid, even though it like you can know the correct thing to do is to push mid, if you don't know where people are, it might just be better to play with the team. And if you're playing with the team, then you want to play in the spot where you can actually maneuver. You don't want to play in this choke versus Cassio. This feels like shit. You don't want to play here because your team's on the other side and because you could die from here or through here.
In my mind, like I die here really fast, but in my mind, I was like, I killed 3 people at once last time. Surely it can't go any different again. And then I just get Malphite ulted, Kane ulted, and Kai salted.
Yeah, I think through here you have to play through bot. Like you have to play through here, and it actually works out because you have ward here, so they can't kill you through here. So if you just play like through the head-on angle and kite down, like when they move through here, or like try to contest this space, like and then move down, like I think it works. Versus like trying so hard to enter this choke, which shouldn't work through a Malphite Cassio. And then like now you're on your own, like
and here I open.
And you stealthed early, and now your stealth's about to run out, and you're stuck here. So it's like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, no, this is the worst. Like my worst play here. I just go on the Kaisa. I'm like,
yeah, and when you open, you want to wait for something to happen before you open, which means like your stealth is about to run out, which also like you're praying to God, team go in before or as I go in, but you don't know what they're gonna do because this is gold.
Yeah, I also don't have Gale and or Flash, so it's like I just open and I just
you just die. If we waited for something to happen before we stealth, then this was avoidable.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, this was my biggest.
And I would say like it's not a common scenario, at least in my elo, but in this kind of scenario, you need to go through here with the rest of your team. It doesn't even matter that 2 of your team are in the choke, because they at least like Nami shouldn't be in the choke. At least Dad can do something in the choke. There's shadows and whatnot. But you are completely useless if you play through either of these. There's like 2 chokes. If you play through the long choke, which is somewhat easier, or the short choke, which is impossible. You don't want to be through either of those if you don't have to be. You're like late to the objective to the setup, so you should just go through the open space. Your team is conveniently already there. You have vision here and here, so you could see if they come through here. You could see, or if they walk through here. So this is just the best possible way to play the game. Just go through here. Why is my thing so large?
I'll keep that in mind, because these sort of fights do happen more often than not in my elo.
And then don't use stealth. Just hold on to it until something happens. So just walk through here with yourself. Don't use it. It's just using your stealth means that for 14 seconds, or it's 16 or 14, it's something like for like a long ass time, you're just useless. If I waste a stealth, I'll literally channel my recall and then move again, just so that my stealth will be up earlier. So I can have it in the right moment. So right here, I would look at this and I'd probably be like, there's no way I can enter. My team's running away from the choke. And these guys are too far, so I would honestly just like back up out of vision, recall, like just channel the recall to break the stealth, and then move back. Like I would realize, oh shit, I'm fucked. If I go this way, I need to walk around.
Yeah, see, I never really thought about like just canceling your own stealth if you mistime it. I'll keep that in mind. That's really useful. But yeah, this is just...
Now it feels like we went from a guaranteed win game to, it doesn't look like we win.
It shouldn't have happened.
But this game goes on for another 35 minutes and we somehow win. The team wins this fight. Or do they win the fight? I don't fucking know.
I don't think they do.
You at least got damage on the Kaisa. But...
Well, she healed it up, or Soraka healed her, so it's 2 for 2. And my Zed goes off.
Somehow, you lose the fight, which it should happen when you die like that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it was by that low of a margin, though. Where's they get the air drag? Wow, it's not even like, it's just an air drag.
Yeah, it's just an air drag.
But it's like there's nothing else to do, so that's what we play for.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's like
there was nothing else to do, so I fought.
if you're like weaker here and you know you don't win the fight, then you could honestly just give the dragon. And but if you're giving the dragon, you have to do something on the other side. So like, let's say they send people to go to do the dragon, then you would have to overload and Like, Zed can stay mid, sure, but everyone else would have to go top and then play for this tower, and then maybe even go for this tower. Like, hopefully, like, just overload the other side of the map.
Okay.
But I think you actually win the fight. So,
Oh, if I don't open that early, then yeah, maybe.
okay, now what's going on? So, do we follow steps? Do we go for priority as a team? Yes, we get mid prio, and then I don't know what the fuck Jax is doing bot. This is
So Jax sees minion wave alone, and Jax go.
He's the jungler though. The Baron is spotting, and he's bot. Like, who does he think he is?
If Jax sees a minion wave, Jax go.
Okay, I've identified another problem. Sometimes it's okay to use your Q if you know like nothing is going to happen in like the next minute or so. Just to like scout out and see if someone's gonna like catch the wave, and like so you wait around and like see where people are. If people show up on spots and you see one person or two people go mid, you can open with your ulti. Sometimes that is okay, right? That's okay sometimes. But right now, Baron is spawning in 1 minute. So you wasting stealth here is really bad because you're not going to have it if when something, it's not even an if, when something happens on the top side of the map.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Also, like,
here,
what?
Yeah, I don't know why.
He could just kill you. Like, I don't think you beat him.
He could have. I don't think I kill him, but yeah.
Meanwhile, bot lane. Okay, Jax is doing something.
We're getting a turret bot.
They didn't send their person with TP on the opposite side of the map, so I guess he gets it.
Nah, we sent the person with smite.
Oh, the Kane went bot, and then the person TP'd bot, and they make a play on him. But it's like now this is just all awkward from a lot of different angles.
Yeah,
this is really good by you though. This Pog. Yeah, nice. Was that your blue ward too? Yeah. Oh, it ends up being such a good blue ward.
Yeah, I try to use blue wards whenever I have them up. I don't know if that's good or not, but
I mean, it's just such a good blue ward. Like, you see people on the top side of the map, so you're thinking I probably have to fight through here.
About that one.
And then it's like, okay, but do they have a flank? And then you put it on here.
I just fought Kane on mid, so I'm like, I'll put it there.
Right now, you only see 2 people up here, so like they could have the third person playing through flank. So it is. I mean, Cassio. Yeah, Malphite could be in here in this brush right now. And if you go through there and like you walk through here and like they're here and Malphite was like hugging this wall and he ults you, it's like it's a disaster, right? But you blue this, it's like, oh my god, it's such a good blue ward. So now they can't do the flank. And then not only that, but by the time they walk down through bot, they walk over it and you can hug the wall and they can't even touch you. It's just golden. You get the pick.
I don't know what happens after. I know there's like one more fight. Like a big one that wins us the game. After this.
Oh shit, I just realized that I have a scrim, so I'll be back later. My bad.
Okay.
Oh shit, I lost track of time. I was in the middle of something. My bad.
I'm actually dead. Fuck me.
That's not good.
That's my bad. I should have called out who to hit. I can only hit
Yeah, but we can.
in front of me. They have no flashes.
I mean,
So terrible.
Yeah, I like it.
Dragons in a minute.
I have TP. I can just TP the bot turret and run out.
I think you should still Herald bot though.
Yeah.
Probably like right now. On this wave. I think Jinx